All right. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and Bungie has really outdone themselves with the King's Fall loot. This is some of the best loot in the game. If you haven't seen my previous video where I talked about the hand cannon, Zali's Bane, that thing is the best hand cannon in PvE right now, bar none. I mean, there's no comparison at all. And you can craft that godroll, so you better be doing some King's Fall and trying to get that hand cannon, because that thing is nasty. You will love that thing. That thing is probably power creep central. I mean, Bungie will probably have to eventually address explosive payload with that. And now here we are with the scout rifle, and we have the similar situation, a very similar situation with the Doom of Chelchis. Hopefully I'm saying that right. The Doom of Chelchis. This thing, on top of having a cool origin trait, which is reloading near enemies, overflows the magazine, which is really awesome, works for Zali's Bane and all the other weapons, which is a great origin trait, can also roll double damage boosting perks. And you don't see it right here because you got Frenzy and Firefly. Firefly not being a damage boosting perk. Still a pretty cool roll, but definitely not the god roll or the best roll that this weapon can get. I'm going to show a few other rolls that this thing can get. We've got a Doom of Chelchis here. This can get Firefly and Dragonfly, and that might sound really interesting and really exciting, but I have tested this before. You could use this like with Ace, and there's like the Warlock exotic that you could rock with that. You could combine Firefly and Dragonfly. It seems pretty cool. I mean, it does double explode. One is an elemental explosion, and then one is a non-elemental explosion. Words are hard. And so I don't think that this is God roll, but it is fun. It is interesting, okay? Double explosions, right? That's pretty neat. And then we have this roll right here, which shows that it has Vorpal and One for All. So that would be pretty crazy. That's double damage boosting perks. So you'd be doing more boss damage, which would do 20% more. Two bosses plus One for All stacking together. Now that's actually some respectable DPS. I mean, we're talking about a scout rifle here though, okay? So we're not going to be shooting bosses with our scout, bust out the scout for the bosses, but still is pretty cool for that. And one thing that I have seen on a few different rolls is that it could roll explosive payload and One for All. I've had a few people comment that for me. I haven't seen an exact screenshot though. I posted on Twitter. Share your screenshots. Make sure that I'm not wrong on this, but I'm 99% sure they can roll explosive payload and One for All, which means it could also roll explosive payload and Frenzy like the roll I have right here. So that is without a doubt the best scout rifle in PvE, bar none. This is the first scout rifle that we've had in the game that can roll double damage boosting perks. The first time we ever saw this was with Vault of Glass when we got the Fatebringer, and we got a very similar roll to the one I have here, which was explosive payload and Frenzy. And now we have Bungie has stepped it up. They have pushed the I guess I would call it power creep. I don't know, want to call it that too much because I don't want these stuff to get nerfed, but they've sort of pushed the power creep envelope a little bit further with Zali's Bane, and now along with this Doom of Chelchis. And there is nothing in the API to show us what all the different perks are for this weapon at this point in time. So all we can go on are screenshots. So make sure you send me the screenshots on Twitter. But definitely get in there and get to doing this raid. This is the craziest scout rifle we've ever seen in Destiny. This is the strongest scout rifle in PvE. Get yourself a god roll, get those red boxes, and craft the god roll eventually. And that's your wrap on your PSA. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed. Smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Later.